Hi there. So this is my first video. Excuse me for if I make a little mess of it, but this one's for all the Caponord fellas out there, guys and girls, who like to fix problems on them. Okay, with Aprilias in general, more or less okay. Electrics can be a little bit cheap. What the wiring they put into them, I don't know why. They could have went up a little size here and there on some of the cables. But anyway, the problem I was having with this is the Caponord. It's a 2002 model. As you can see, it's stripped back. I had a fueling issue. I had dirty fuel in it, so I had to clean the injectors, which are under here. I can show you that again. But for this video, we're just talking about an electrical problem I had with it. Put it all back together. Fuel pump wouldn't prime. Oh no. Okay. It had been priming before, it just wouldn't prime. It was getting no power. So we checked the relays. So if you can see down here, this is where your relays are. Your battery normally sits in here, and you've got your ignition relay, and next to it you will have this little fella, which will be your this little fella you can see there, which is your fuel pump relay. So tested out the relay, working fine. No issue with the relay. Tested out, you can see the inside that tank, you've got the fuel pump. I put power on that, fuel pump primed. No issues with the fuel pump. So I managed to get a wiring diagram, which I'll put a picture up on this video. Very helpful. So what I discovered was there's a red and white cable. You can see the red and white cable down on this ignition relay, these two cables here. Okay, so they come all the way from the two main fuses, which are here in there. Excuse all the tools and stuff. Okay, so I go all the way to the loom and right up in here, and then onto your ignition switch and stuff. Okay, but halfway through the bike they go into what should be a connector, but on this particular bike they're soldered through from maybe the previous owner. So after belling them out, sometimes you can see the red and white here. It's soldered through onto this. This cable must have been replaced before by the previous owner. So you find that connector up in this little sock that's just over your fuel, just your fuel pipes here when you take off the tank. You can't really miss it. So I belted out, that belt okay right up to here. So you can see the white and red cable there. Okay, and it should bell back to here, but it didn't on either one. You've two of them there. So in the loom they have solder joints that you can't see because they're all with the black tape and the whole lot. So I followed it back from here. I opened the loom there, gave a little pull, and then I opened the loom here, and as you can see, it completely pulled out. So I opened the loom. I'll get my little torch here so you can see. So I opened the loom even further. You see all those cables there. If you notice, the cables all have a green dust on them. That's where all the copper's after corroding away and just going into copper sulfate on the joints. So I'll just show you that here now. Keep the torch on. So there is the joint. If you can see that. and that's should be going in there. But also watch out, because this bike's so old that there's other solder joints in there that are also corroded. So what I'm going to have to do is going to have to strip back all this fella and take the loom out. You'll be able to pull it out about here, there, and strip off the black cover on the loom and redo all those solder joints. Make sure that they're all good, because I'm lucky it didn't go on fire really. Sometime driving along or something like that, and you don't want that to happen. So that could be an issue that you might be having with your fuel pump. Hopefully it is. It's a bit of a get hands dirty, get stuck in there. There's another one issue if you're having electrical issue. All Aprilias, all the RSVs with the Rotex engine, they have 3 wires coming out of the stator plate. The wires come up and right through the 2 cylinders, right in there, and they're in a big cream colour, Bakelite connection. That connection breaks down, it gets a high resistance through it, and it causes absolute havoc with your electrics. If your bike is blowing stators, blowing regulators, blowing clock units, which you have it out, the clock unit, you don't want to buy one of them, they're pricey, and you keep on replacing regulators, you're wasting your time unless you get rid of that connection. With the 3 wires coming in the stator plate, connect it. You can't miss it. It's about that size. It's about the size of my 3 knuckles there. What I've done, I've cut the wires at the stator plate, soldered them straight through onto the connection at the regulator. Problem solved. Problem solved. Do it now, or get somebody to do it, because I've had 3 other RSVs, RSVR. I have an RSV factory R at the minute. Every single one I get comes into the shed, snip the cables, get rid of that connector. No problems with electrics whatsoever. So anyway, I'm going to go through this bike, go through all the solder joints, break open the loom. Probably take me about 2 nights tipping away with some good music. Anyway, hope it's been helpful, and I hope to put up plenty more problem solving videos for Italian bikes. That's the ones I like: Aprilias and Vespas. Catch you later. Hi guys, it's me back again. Just a continuation on the Caponord whirling loom problems. So I had to open up the whirling loom. We were talking about I had no feed at the fuel pump the last time. So I just want to show you here. Here is the big problem with the Caponords. So as you can see here, this has rotted completely away. It's all green. Broken cable, broken cable, broken cable. This is on its way. These are some of the connections that are in the Caponord, most Aprilia whirling looms, most bikes actually. But for some reason, this sits here on the bike, like that, and it actually catches a little bit of moisture. It sits like that. It catches moisture in the loom. So I have the loom all open up there. You can see it where it was in, and it just plays havoc on all these connections. So all these little connections here, they're all worn. That wire there is just about to snap. There's a big bunch. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut them, clean them all off, and do one on each one, a nice new soldering joint. I'm going to heat shrink it in. I'm going to amalgamating tape from up high here to probably under the first barrel there, and then reseal it again, more tape, and that should take a lot of the whirring gremlins away. So till the next time, best of luck. Keep working with these bikes, because when they go, they are brilliant. See you later.